Between the silence and the noise, two fragile souls with unfinished voices. You wore your past like a hidden scar. I held my truth but not too far. We never claimed to be the cure, just two broken things unsure. But in your eyes I found a space where I didn't have to hide my face. We're not a story clean and bright. We bend, we bruise, we lose the light, but still we reach through every part of these beautifully incomplete hearts. We don't shine like perfect gold. We're cracked in ways we can't control, but in the dark we still spark with beautifully incomplete hearts. We fall apart, then fall in place. No flawless lines, just honest grace. And somehow love still finds a start in beautifully incomplete hearts. You trace the lines I tried to erase, every doubt I couldn't face. And I saw storms behind your smile, stayed anyway, stayed a while. We don't promise a fairy tale, we've both known how it feels to fail. But there's a truth we can't deny, we're still here, we still try. Through every crack, through every fear, we build something real right here. No need to fix, no need to hide. We let the broken parts collide. We don't shine like perfect gold. We're cracked in ways we can't control, but in the dark we still spark with beautifully incomplete hearts. We fall apart, then fall in place. No flawless lines, just honest grace. And somehow love still finds a start in beautifully incomplete hearts. Maybe we were never meant to be whole. Maybe the cracks are what make us whole. And every piece that doesn't fit is where the light comes rushing in. Final need to be repaired, just to know that someone cares. Through every flaw, through every scar, we love each other as we are. We're not perfect, never were, but this love feels honest, pure. And I'll stay no matter the scar, with beautifully incomplete hearts. So let the world chase flawless art. We'll stay real with open scars, 'cause love like ours won't fall apart. Beautifully incomplete hearts. I know I come with shadows in my eyes, a thousand little truths I try to hide. I'm not the hero in your favorite dreams, just someone learning what forever means. I've stumbled through the words I couldn't say, left silence where your heart deserved to stay. And every time I try to walk away, something in your love would make me stay. You saw the cracks beneath my skin and didn't try to fix a thing. I'm not perfect, still yours, with every scar I can't ignore, through every doubt, every war. You keep your heart at my door. I'm a mess, I confess, but you love me more or less, and I don't know what I did to deserve a love that stays where it hurt. There's nights I couldn't hold you like I should, got lost inside the chaos in my blood, but you were steady like a quiet song, the kind of place where broken hearts belong. You never asked for me to be complete, just held my hand when I felt incomplete, and every tear I couldn't let you see, you turned into a part of you and me. You never needed me to shine, just to be yours, just to be mine. I'm not perfect, still yours, with every scar I can't ignore, through every doubt, every war. You keep your heart at my door. I'm a mess, I confess, but you love me more or less, and I don't know what I did to deserve a love that stays when it hurts. Maybe love was never meant to be clean, maybe it's the cracks that make it breathe. And if I fall, if I break apart, you'll still be holding every piece of my heart. I'm not perfect, still yours, through all the damage I can't restore. You see the light inside my flaw, and love me just because I'm undone. I'm still learning how to love someone, but you're the reason I believe it's worth being not perfect, still yours. Still yours. quiet flaws and blurred out signs. You held my storms without a shield. I showed you wounds I couldn't heal, and every word we couldn't say still found a fragile, trembling way. Through broken nights and heavy skies, we learned the truth behind our lies. And maybe we were never meant to shine like golden hearts in perfect time, but in the cracks in every frame, we found a reason just to stay. It's the way we fall, not how we fly. The way we break, but still we try. Through every tear we couldn't hide, we held on longer than our pride. It's the way we bend, but never stray. Through all the doubts that made us sway. Not perfect love, but here we lay. In the way we fall and stay. Your silence spoke in softer tones, like fragile truths in undertones. I traced the edges of your pain. You kissed the parts I tried to blame. We built a home from shattered trust, from almost gone to maybe us. And every scar we tried to hide became the place where hearts collide. And maybe we were never meant to win a flawless love without a sin, but in the dark we found a flame that whispered softly through the pain. It's the way we fall, not how we rise. The way we see through tired eyes, through every doubt that pulled us down. We wore our love like a fragile crown. It's the way we bend, but never break. Through every chance we didn't take. Not perfect souls, but wide awake. In the way we fall and stay. If all we are is incomplete, then let our broken rhythms meet. No need for perfect, polished light. Just stay with me through every night. Let every flaw be understood. We were never meant for good, but something real, something that stays beyond the hurt, beyond the haze. It's the way we fall and still remain. Through every loss, through every pain, no need to fix what we became. We found our love inside the rain. It's the way we hold, not drift away. Through every storm that chose to stay. Not perfect hearts, but here we lay. In the way we fall and stay. So if we break, don't turn away. This is the way we fall and stay. We were never made of silver lines, no perfect words, no grand design. just trembling hands in fragile light, to restless souls afraid to try. You wore your past like armor skin. I hid my storms deep within. We built our walls so high, so strong, but somehow still we held on. And every crack we tried to hide began to let the truth inside. We are scars that learned to love. Broken pieces still enough. Every tear we couldn't hide turned into the reason why we don't need to be flawless hearts. We just are who we are. In the dark we found the spark. We are scars that learn to love. You traced the lines I tried to fade, said every mark was part of grace. I saw the fear behind your smile and stayed with you through every mile. We didn't shine, we didn't glow like stories people always show, but in the quiet in between we found a love that could be seen. And every doubt we left behind became the bridge we couldn't find. We are scars that learn to love, falling down but rising up. Every bruise and every pain taught our hearts to beat again. We don't need to rewrite stars or erase who we are. In the dark we found the spark. We are scars that learn to love, that learn to love. So let the world chase perfect dreams. We'll stay right here in honesty. No need to hide, no need to pretend. Our broken hearts don't need to mend, 'cause every flaw, every mistake led us here for love to wake. And in your eyes I finally see all the strength inside of me. We are scars that learn to love, not untouched but strong enough. Every fall that left a mark lit a fire in the dark. We don't need a perfect start, just your hand, just your heart. Through it all we rise above. We are scars that learn to love. Yeah, we're not perfect, never were. This pain was not in vain. Love still blooms through every stain. We are scars that learn to love. That learn to love. I saw the cracks beneath your quiet smile, the way you hide your storms behind your eyes. You never try to paint yourself fragile truth and stories left untold. I trace the silence in your trembling hands, the kind that only broken hearts understand. You said I'm not the one you're dreaming of, but I was falling for your imperfect love. And every scar you tried to run from was every reason I would stay. I don't need a perfect kind of love. I don't need the stars to light above. If your heart beats slow and out of time, I'll still call your chaos mine. Through every doubt you're thinking of, I'll hold your imperfect kind of love. Even if we bend, even if we break, you're the only risk I'll take. You wear your past like shadows on your skin, afraid that I might see where you have been. But every piece you try to leave behind is every reason I still call you mine. You whisper love like this won't ever last, to fragile souls held hostage by the past. But in your flaws I found a deeper truth. There's something honest in the way you're you. And every doubt you tried to bury only made my heart believe. I don't need a perfect kind of love. I don't need the stars to light above. If your heart breaks loud and out of tune, I will stay right next to you. Through every fear you're dreaming of, I'll hold your imperfect kind of love. Even if we fall, even if we fade, I won't let you slip away. So let the world keep chasing perfect lines. We'll write a story in the in-betweens, where every flaw becomes a place to start, and every tear just pulls us heart to heart. If love is messy, let it be this way. Unpolished truth we never have to fake. I'd rather have your shattered honesty than something whole that isn't meant for me. I don't need a perfect kind of love. I just need the way you're not enough, and somehow still you're everything I need in every silent aching beat. Through every storm you're made of, I'll choose your imperfect kind of love. Even if it hurts, even if it's hard, you're my unfinished work of art. So don't you hide your broken heart from me. It's where your truest love will always be. We will never picture perfect in the light. Faded edges, hearts that couldn't always hide. Every word we said would bend and sometimes break. Still we stayed through every tremble, every shake. You had shadows dancing softly in your eyes. I had storms I never learned to quiet down. We were fragile, we were barely holding truth, but somehow we kept choosing not to lose. And I know we fell apart 1,000 ways, but every piece kept calling out your name. We loved through the damage, through every scar, through nights that pulled us too far apart. We held on when the silence got loud, when the truth felt heavy. We still bowed to something deeper than all the pain, something stronger than what we became. We were broken but never undone. We loved through the damage, and we still won. There were moments we were strangers in the dark, tracing memories just to find a spark. Every tear was like a language of its own. Still your heartbeat felt the closest thing to home. I remember how your hands would always shake when the past came rushing in without a break. And I'd whisper though I barely knew the way, I'm still here, I'm not walking away. Even when the truth was hard to face, we found a kind of mercy in the pain. We loved through the damage, through every scar, through nights that pulled us too far apart. We held on when the silence got loud, when the truth felt heavy. We still bow to something deeper than all the pain, something stronger than what we became. We were broken but never undone. We loved through the damage, and we still maybe love was never meant to be clean. Maybe hearts are stronger when they've been seen. Through the cracks and all the in-between, we were more than what it might have seemed. We loved through the damage, through every fall, through the echoes inside these walls. We held tight when the world gave in, when the light grew dim. We stayed within. Every scar was a sign we tried, every tear was a truth we couldn't hide. We weren't perfect, but we were one. We loved through the damage, and we're not done. I found you in the silence of my broken days, where every word felt heavy, every breath a haze. You saw the cracks I tried so hard to hide, and traced them like a map you knew inside. I wasn't whole, I never claimed to be. Just scattered dreams and fragile memories. But you stayed close when I was hard to hold, like fragile glass refusing to let go. And maybe I'm not everything you need, but every part of me still bleeds for you. I'm loving you in pieces, not perfectly aligned, with edges sharp and aching, but all of me is yours tonight. I don't have all the answers, I'm still learning how to feel, but if broken love is honest, then I swear to you it's real. Some nights I drift into my darker mind, where doubts come crashing in like rising tides. I try to push you gently far away, but you just pull me closer when I break. You hold the parts I wish I could erase, the shattered words, the shadows on my face. And somehow in the chaos that I bring, you hear a quiet song I cannot sing. I know I'm not the picture you once drew, but every flaw still finds its way to you. I'm loving you in pieces, scattered on the floor, every tear and trembling truth you've never seen before. I don't shine like diamonds, I don't always heal, but if broken love is honest, then I swear to you it's real. If I fall apart, would you gather me again? Every fragile heartbeat, every almost and what if. I'm afraid of losing what I barely understand, but you keep reaching out and taking my hand. Maybe love's never meant to be complete. Maybe it's the cracks that make it bittersweet. So I love you in pieces, every shot and every scar, through the quiet imperfections of the person that we are. I may never be flawless, I may bend but never steal. All the truth inside this chaos, all the wounds that slowly heal. I'm loving you in pieces. never learned the easy way to stay. Just two lost hearts that slowly found a place. In all the silence we were scared to break. We spoke in cracks in every small mistake. Your shadow danced inside my fragile mind, like something beautiful I couldn't define. We held on tight to things we couldn't say, still called it love in every tear we gave. And maybe we were never meant to shine, like perfect stories drawn in straight lines. But in the chaos, in the fall, you were my reason through it all. This is our perfectly broken love, not what we dreamed, but still enough. Through every scar, through every doubt, we stayed when we could have walked out. We're not the picture people paint above, but we are real, and that is love. In every crack the light comes through, a perfectly broken me and you. We built our world on pieces left behind, of every past that never healed in time. You traced the pain I tried so hard to hide, and found a home where I would run and hide. I know we've been like branches in the storm, too close to breaking, never truly warm. But in your arms I felt a quiet truth, that broken things can still be something good. And even when the night would steal our breath, we held on tighter through the mess. No fairy tale, no saving grace, just human hearts we couldn't replace. This is our perfectly broken love, not what we dreamed, but still enough. Through every scar, through every doubt, we stayed when we could have walked out. We're not the picture people paint above, but we are real, and that is love. In every crack the light comes through, a perfectly broken me and you. Maybe forever isn't clean or kind. Maybe it trembles, maybe it fights. But if your hand still reaches out for mine, then I will stay through every imperfect night. This is our perfectly broken love, a fragile truth we're made of. Through every fall, through every flame, we're still here calling out each name. No need for perfect, no need to prove. We found a way we couldn't lose. In every scar, I see it too, a perfectly broken love, still true. Ooh. We met in silence, eyes half afraid, carrying shadows we never could name. You wore your damage like a quiet disguise. I hid my storms behind careful lies. And we weren't perfect, we never tried. Just two lost hearts learning to collide. Every word felt fragile and true, like something broken pulling us through. And I saw the cracks beneath your skin, the places no one's ever been. You didn't run when you saw mine too. That's when I knew it's the flaws that make us stay, the scars we never washed away. Every tear, every mistake is the reason we don't break. We're not gold, we're not clean, but you're the best I've ever seen. In a world that fades away, it's our flaws that make us stay. It's our flaws that make us stay. You tremble softly when nights grow cold, haunted by echoes you still can't hold. I reach for you through every doubt, through every fear you won't speak out. We fall in pieces, we rise the same. No one to lose, no one to blame. And in the chaos we call out truth, I find a home inside of you. You see the words I try to hide, still you're standing by my side. No illusion, no disguise, just open eyes. And it's the flaws that make us stay, the scars we never washed away. Every tear, every mistake is the reason we don't break. We're not gold, we're not clean, but you're the best I've ever seen. In a world that fades away, it's our flaws that make us stay. Maybe love was never meant to be flawless or innocent. Maybe all we ever need is someone who won't leave. Through the cracks, through the pain, through the loss we can't explain, we're still here, we remain, dancing in the rain. It's the flaws that make us stay, the broken words we couldn't say. Every fall, every ache, still a promise that we made. We're not perfect, that's the truth, but I found my peace in you. When the light begins to fray, it's our flaws that make us stay. It's our flaws that make us stay. So don't hide what you became. Every scar has shaped your name. If the world just turns away, I'll be the reason that you stay. Started slow like a quiet rain, falling soft on a window pane. No promises we could really keep, just fragile hearts and secrets deep. You held my hand like it might break, like love was more than we could take. In every word we left unsaid, there lived a truth we both still kept. We were dancing on a fragile line between we'll last and just this time. And every second felt so true, but never strong enough for two. We were almost enough for forever, almost strong, almost light as a feather. We had love, but it slipped through our hands like a dream we could not understand. We were close, oh dangerously near, to a love that could conquer our fears, but almost broke us more than ever. We were almost enough for forever. Your eyes would search for something more, like there was something we ignored. A missing piece, a silent plea, a space between you and me. We tried to build what couldn't stand, with borrowed hope and trembling hands. And every night we'd say goodbye, like we were running out of time. We felt the cracks beneath our feet, still chose the fire, chose the heat. 'Cause even pain felt better than a life we'd never understand. We were almost enough for forever, almost whole, but not quite together. We had sparks, we had moments that burned, but not the peace we never learned. We were close, oh painfully near, to a love that was drowning in fear, but almost tore us more than ever. We were almost enough for forever. Maybe in another life we'd get it right, we'd learn to fight, not just for love, but how to stay when all the colors start to fade. Maybe we were meant to be a lesson carved in memory, a bittersweet unfinished song, a place where broken hearts belong. We were almost enough for forever, almost brave in the stormy weather. We had love, but it wasn't complete. Still your heartbeat left in me. We were close, oh closer than most, to a love we could almost hold, but almost fades into surrender. We were almost enough for forever. Now your name is a quiet sound that echoes when no one's around, and I still feel you in between We were never carved in gold, just fragile hearts and borrowed light. You with shadows in your soul, me learning how to stay and fight. Every word we couldn't say hung between the silent air. Still I felt you in the gray, like something broken, still so rare. And I know we bend, we almost break, but something in us won't fade away. We're cracked but holding on, through every right that turned out wrong, through every tear we tried to hide. We found a place we both could cry. Not perfect, never strong, but somehow we still belong. In every scar, in every storm, we're cracked but holding on. There were nights we lost the light, chasing echoes of what we were. Hearts collided out of time, love unsure, but still it stirred. You would tremble in my arms, like you feared I'd slip away. But I stayed through all the dark, through every reason not to stay. And every doubt that pulled us down still couldn't make our love unwound. We're cracked but holding on, through every right that turned out wrong, through every tear we tried to hide. We found a place we both could cry. Every piece of you I know is every reason I choose you. We're cracked but holding on, still breathing when the hope is gone. Through every fear we couldn't name, we held the fire inside the flame. Not perfect, but so strong, in all the ways we went so wrong. Through every fall we still hold on. We're cracked, but we belong. Not flawless, not undone, just two hearts that won't let go. Cracked beneath the weight of love, still the only home I know. We started like a quiet spark in the dark. No promises, just truth and who we are. You held my flaws like they were art, not something to fix, just a fragile heart. I never knew love could feel this way. Not perfect lines, but it chose to stay. Through every doubt, through every fear, you whispered, I'm still here. We don't shine like stories do. We bend, we break, but we pull through. No fairy tale, no golden seal, just something honest, something real. We're unfinished but real. Every scar, every tear we reveal. No pretending, no polished ideal, just a love we can truly feel. We're not flawless, we fall, but we rise every time we crawl. In a world chasing perfect appeal, we're unfinished but real. Some nights we're lost in words we can't say. Silence louder than yesterday. But even then, in the space between, your heartbeat tells me what you mean. We don't have answers carved in stone. We build our truth as we go on. With shaky hands, with open scars, we're writing love in broken parts. We don't fit in picture frames. We don't play those perfect games. But in the chaos, in the field, there's something honest, something real. We're unfinished but real. Every scar, every tear we reveal. No pretending, no polished ideal, just a love we can truly feel. We're not flawless, we fall, but we rise every time we crawl. In a world chasing perfect appeal, we're unfinished but real. If forever's just a fragile line, then let it tremble, let it try. I choose your cracks 1,000 times over a love that's built on lies. We're not a dream they'd glorify, but we're awake, we're still alive. And in the mess and what we feel, we found a truth they couldn't steal. We're unfinished but real. Not a fantasy, something we feel. Through the broken, through what we heal, we're stronger than the perfect deal. Let them chase what they can't hold. Painted hearts that turn too cold. We may never be ideal, but we're unfinished. And real. We were never made for easy kind of grace. Too many shadows resting on our face. Every silence felt heavier than truth. Still I chose you. I chose you. There were nights your eyes refused to meet mine, like we were strangers crossing fragile lines. But in the distance, something pulled us close. A quiet hope. We never spoke. Maybe love was never meant to feel this safe. Maybe breaking is the price we have to pay. This is our sincere, imperfect love, softly aching, but it's strong enough. In the ruins of the words we couldn't say, we still found a way. Not a story heaven writes above, just two souls that never gave up. Through the cracks where all our fears would run. Lives are sincere, imperfect love. I saw the parts of you tried to hide, the trembling truth behind your pride. Every scar you carried like a weight. I chose to stay. I chose to stay. And you held me when I lost my ground, when all my walls were falling down. You never asked for someone new. You loved me through. You loved me through. Maybe we were never meant to be complete, but you broke and fixed my broken perfectly. This is our sincere, imperfect love. Barely steady, but it's more than enough. Through the doubts that haunt us in the night, we still hold on tight. Not a fairy tale we're dreaming of, just a truth the world can't make up. In the chaos where we come undone, lives are sincere, imperfect love. If loving you means walking through the storm, then I'll stand where I've been torn. Every tear becomes a sacred sign that your heart still beats with mine. We are not the kind they write about, no shining light, no perfect route. But in the dark we learn to see what love could be. Imperfectly, this is our sincere, imperfect love. Still uncertain, still we rise above. Every fracture teaches us to feel something raw and real. Not a dream that disappears with time, but a truth we hold between the lines. In every fall we overcome. Lies are sincere, imperfect love. So let it ache, let it be rough. We were never meant for flawless love. If all we are is torn apart, then let it show inside our hearts. 'Cause even in our weakest form, we found a way to keep us warm. Not perfect, but always enough. How sincere